Hi, I'm Jackie Knowles of Glasswork Pixie, partnering with Oceanside Glass to bring you this instructional Fusing Fundamentals video series. In this special bonus lesson, I'll be working with CBS Dichroic products to introduce you to this highly unique glass type, and to show you how you can use it to add a distinctive sparkle to your pieces. Dichroic glass gets its signature sheen from the metallic coating adhered to its surface. CBS creates and applies this coating by placing sheet glass within a vacuum chamber, vaporizing a mix of quartz crystal and metal oxides within that chamber, and allowing the resulting vapor to float upward and attach to the glass surface above. This is similar to the metallic coating of iridescent glass, but dichroic coatings tend to be much more intense in their color shifts and vibrancy, since they actually transmit one color and reflect a completely different color, both of which shift depending on the viewing angle. Dichroic coatings can also be applied in a variety of interesting patterns to various textured glasses and to accessory glasses like stringers, noodles, and frit. Due to its unique nature, there are several specific techniques that will help you maximize the potential of dichroic glass. The first is to avoid accidentally chipping or scratching its sparkly coating. This coating sits atop the glass surface, so if it comes into contact with anything sharp, such as small glass shards, cutting or braiding tools, etc., it may be removed. Because of this, if you're trying to create a specific shape with this glass, I'd recommend tracing that shape onto its uncoated side, using a glass cutter to cut as closely to those lines as possible, and then using rubber-tipped running pliers to break along the score lines. Avoid using abrasive grinding tools or serrated grozing pliers, since rough surfaces may chip the coating. If you have to use a grinder, use a fine-grained bit, again with the glass's uncoated side facing up, as that will be least likely to mar the coating. If you're unsure which side of the glass is coated, gently hold a pair of tweezers, or other narrow-tip tool, against either side. The tool will appear to meet its reflection on the coated side, whereas there will be a gap between the two on the uncoated side. You can leverage the thinness of the dichroic coating by engraving custom designs into it. To do this, first, draw your desired design onto the dichroic coated side using a Sharpie or similar waterproof marker. Once the lines are dry, place the glass piece in a shallow basin of water. I also recommend adding a rubber drawer liner or a similar textured surface at the bottom of the basin to prevent the glass from slipping. Then, use a fine-tipped abrading tool, such as an engraving pen or a handheld Dremel with a tiny ballpoint bit, to remove the dichroic coating along the design lines. Note that during this process, the water serves to keep the abrading bit lubricated and to prevent harmful glass dust or metal oxide particles from floating up into the air. Once the glass is shaped and/or designed to your liking, there are a few dichroic-specific fusing strategies that will give it different looks after kiln firing. Before we get into these, understand that this dichroic glass began as Oceanside glass, specifically Oceanside compatible sheet glass, so it was fully fusing compatible from the start. CBS then applied their magical dichroic coating to it, but that process does not change the glass's compatibility or its fusing behavior. The end result is dichroic Oceanside compatible glass that still tack, contour, and full fuses within the same temperature ranges and according to the same sample firing schedules we covered in Lesson 2. This glass also still conforms to the 6mm rule we learned about in Lesson 4, and so it's recommended to fuse a 3mm layer of it atop another 3mm layer of glass if you're fusing it to high temperatures and want it to maintain its size post-firing. Whether you choose to fire the dichroic glass capped or uncapped, will have a significant impact on its post-fired aesthetic. To cap the dichroic glass is to position it such that the dichroic coating is fused with another layer of glass over top of it. To leave the dichroic glass uncapped is to position it such that the dichroic coating is fused without any other glass covering it. So in this case, it could be placed coating side up as the topmost layer, or coating side down against the kiln shelf as the bottommost layer. Capped positioning adds a layer of glossy depth to the finished fuse, whereas uncapped positioning produces a more flatly metallic, reflective appearance. When fusing multiple layers with dichroic clear glass, the transparency and color of the layers underneath the dichroic one will also have a big impact on the final look. For instance, a dichroic pattern on clear glass will look drastically different if fused atop a layer of black opalescent, atop a layer of clear transparent, or atop a layer of blue transparent. You can also fuse dichroic clear glass atop other dichroic glass. This can create pieces with exceedingly interesting depth, especially if different pattern dichroics are combined. Dichroic glass looks beautiful in nearly any combination, but be aware that fusing two dichroic coatings face to face won't work. Since these coatings are metallic, they won't fully bond to each other, and a piece fused with this positioning will likely fall apart. All the various accessory glasses we saw in Lesson 5 are also available with dichroic coatings, so don't forget to play around with these to add even more uniqueness to your designs. For instance, the way these color-shifting stringers caught the light reminded me of the tail of a meteorite or something interstellar. So I snipped them into segments, curved them over a candle flame, and pieced them together into these shooting star earrings. I also found the way the dichroic coating ends in a rainbow banding on the tips of these noodles to be really interesting. So I cut them into strips and turned them into the perfect cosmic exhaust streams for this rocket pin. And the glitter of this dichroic frit instantly brought to my mind the glimmer of a shaken snow globe. So I shaped this cozy little winter scene, and then sprinkled it with sparkle to give it snowflakes some magical whimsy. Okay, I hope I've inspired you to create something dazzling. Thanks for joining me for this bonus lesson, and best of luck incorporating your newfound ability to work with dichroic glass into your ever-growing fusing skill set.